So you really have to look at not only what you have done aptitude and skill wise, but what you have the ability and skills to do, or maybe skills that you have developed.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Say hello to my friend Ray.
Hi, everybody. This is Ray. Make sure you say hi to my friend Terry.
Hey, my name's Terry, Terry Coker, and I am a franchise consultant along with Ray Fanning, who is also a franchise consultant. And one of the questions we regularly get is, okay, what does a franchise consultant do? So we help people who want to explore owning a small business. We help them do due diligence on franchise businesses. What did I miss out of that, Ray?
You know, Terry, as always, you were great at it. We help you make the best informed decision you can.
Yeah, and we don't sell franchises. We're not licensed to sell franchises. That's not our role in the marketplace, right? We are guides, we are advisors, we are mentors, we are coaches. Almost everybody that I've talked to in the last 15 years has never worked with a consultant, and they've never done due diligence on a franchise. And so, they're looking to make, $100, $200, $300, $400,000 investment, depending on the business model, without ever doing it before. Don't go it alone. Our services are without cost and without obligation. Don't go it alone. And so here's what we do. We pull out our mailbag weekly and we take a question and we try and answer that for you, because most likely it's a question you've got floating around in your mind too. We call these franchise feedbacks. So what do we have in the mailbag today, Ray?
Today in the mailbag, we have a question from a past, very successful franchisee that we placed years ago
Okay.
in the Charlotte area. And the question is, with all this going on in today's economy, can you help my friend?
I have a friend. Okay. Well, maybe we can help your friend. They're certainly your friend for a reason. They know you're a small business owner, so they're in the right ballpark. We can help people who have three things. We call them the ABCs, right? Ambition, business skills, and capital to invest. So Ray, I'll tackle the ambition. You take the business skills. We'll come back to capital to invest. How's that sound?
Sounds perfect.
The franchise company is not going to build the local business for you. They've already built the franchise company, and the value proposition is you get to use their legal, their brand, their customer acquisition systems, their training, their support. That's what you're investing in. But you've got to go out and do the heavy lifting in your local market to build that business. So if your friend has ambition, then that's a good start. What about the business skills, Ray?
The business skills, you have to look at your friend's aptitude and what they're good at, what they've been able to do in the past, and what they can do. Sometimes we're not defined by what we've already done. Sometimes we have the aptitude to do additional things. Best story I have is I had a past candidate who was an accountant, and they said to me, "But Ray, I'm not a bean counter. I can count beans, but I'm not a bean counter." We did a pretty thorough look on their skill sets and their aptitudes, and they were really strong on the people sides of business.
Mm-hmm.
And what they brought was that aptitude to manage people and to manage the sales relationship. So you really have to look at not only what you have done aptitude and skill wise, but what you have the ability and skills to do, or maybe skills that you have developed.
Yeah, exactly. Very good answer to that. And, leadership, sales and marketing, management, those are the three groupings of skill sets. If you have those, pretty good candidate to be a small business owner. And then you need to bring some capital to the table. So, let's be frank, we're talking about investing in a business, right? There are no free franchises. And we can come back and talk, or we can talk right now, it's up to you, Ray, about what franchises cost. But a good home-based franchise is going to be in the $75,000 to $100,000 investment range. Now, do you need that all in cash? No, you don't. With good credit, You can get a bank loan. You can use your retirement funds. That's an entirely different video that we should probably go into pretty soon. If you want to look at a storefront, a brick and mortar business, you're probably, in the $200,000 to $400,000 range. Do you need to plop $400,000 down on the table? No, not at all. Plan on about a third of what the total all-in investment is. And then, as I say, with good credit, we have lots of lenders that you can talk to. What do you tell people in terms of capital they need to bring to the table, Ray? Because a lot of people I talk to that say, I thought I needed $1 million to get into a franchise.
Right. What I tell people is that they need to do a thorough examination of what their financial situation is, what they have, cash, what their credit is, what they have in retirement accounts, and look and see what are all the different options in there. Some people also have family that's going to invest in. It's things to consider. There's a wide array, but you're right. There is no free lunch. It's called an investment because you need to put something on the table. You need to have some skin in the game. So that every franchise that I know does require that.
Yeah, and we like to think we have a business for every budget. So if you have a small, medium, or large budget, we probably have, a franchise that will fit your investment budget, and that doesn't mean that there's, a ceiling on the earnings. Some small franchises, return, handsome net profits. And this is one of the things that we go through in our consultation process. So we make sure that we show you businesses that are within your capability and within your comfort zone. So if you have a friend out there, how do you suggest, Ray, that they get a hold of us?
The best way to get a hold of us is you can either directly send us their contact information, and we'll send some information out to them so they can get started. Second way, you could put their name down below, and we'll just click on them and send them a quick message. You can message us
on LinkedIn, right? You can do the introduction and, make sure that you preface it so we're not a stranger showing up in InMail. And, we'll introduce ourselves and say, hey, successful franchisee in Charlotte, thinks you have the ABCs.
That's exactly right. Remember when we say we can help you, I think we can help almost anyone. That doesn't mean that they're going to become a business owner right now.
Right.
The best way we can help usually is a short 10 to 15 minute Q&A conversation, just to kind of go over the lay of the land and understand, the different boundary scanning options that are out there for them. I think that's the way we can help almost anyone.
And if these videos, these franchise feedbacks are helpful for you, we'd love to know. Leave us a comment and say, hey, I really liked your topic, or I have a question, or that was helpful for me to understand. And thank you, Ray. Appreciate that. We will be back next week.
Thank you, Terry.
You bet.